Hi there, I'm Aki from Aki Gaming, and welcome to another episode of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Each episode, we will be putting two heroes into the spotlight and see who reigns supreme over the other. First, they will be judged by all of their attributes, which includes their stats, weapons, skills, etc. Then, we will put them into a battle simulator to see who's the better one when head-on. Not only that, we will be also giving them their best possible skill build and put them into the ultimate mass battle showdown to see who will be crowned the winner of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Let's not wait any longer and introduce our contestants. Standing on the left corner, an armored knight of Ostia, wields a lance of the 8 legends, the brave warrior, B.Hector! And standing on the right corner, the Emperor of the Arcania, also known as the Coyote, the Dark Emperor, HARDin! So here we go, Marcus vs Emperor, Ostian vs Arcanian. Only one of them will be crowned the best lance-wielding armored husbando. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Round 1, Stats and Skills. Let's start with their base stats total. B.Hector has a BST of 174, and HARDin's BST is 175. HARDin gets the first point. What about their hit points? B.Hector has 48 HP, and HARDin has 45. B.Hector immediately equalizes. Let's look at their base attack now. B.Hector's attack is 37, and HARDin is 34. B.Hector takes the lead. What about their speed? Who is the faster unit among the two? B.Hector has a speed of 22, and HARDin has 28. The Dark Emperor evens the score. Now, let's look at their defense. B.Hector has 39 points in defense, and HARDin has 36. The Marcus leads again. Last, their magic resistance. B.Hector has a resistance of 28, and HARDin has 32. HARDin scores one back. After comparing their stats, the score is currently tied at 3-all. It will be quite interesting to see who's the one smiling at the end. Next, let's compare their weapon. B.Hector wields a legendary mountlet that has a might of 16. It accelerates special trigger, and if his HP is equal or more than 50% and foe initiates combat, he makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. What about HARDin? He wields the same lance as Camus, Gradivus, and enables him to counter-attack regardless of foe's range. So, who has the better weapon? According to the rating system from Game 8, Maltet scored 9.9 out of 10. And Gradivus is 9.92. It's a draw. Next, they are special. B.Hector has Ignis that boosts damage dealt by 80% of his defense with a cooldown of 4. As for HARDin, he has Vengeance. It grants bonus to damage dealt equal to 50% of damage suffered with a cooldown of 3. Once again, by referring to Game 8, Ignis is rated higher than Vengeance. So B.Hector gets another point. Now, their passive. We won't be comparing their passive in C because HARDin doesn't have one. But we'll still go through it for those unfamiliar with B.Hector's skill sets. In slot C, B.Hector has even resistance wave. At the start of an even numbered turn, grants resistance plus 6 to him and adjacent allies for 1 turn. The bonus will be granted to him even if there's no allies adjacent. Okay, let's start comparing the rest. Firstly, slot A. B.Hector has Ostian counter that enables him to counter-attack regardless of foe's distance. Additionally, if foe initiates, he gets a plus 4 defense resistance during combat. What about HARDin? He has Brazen defense resistance. It grants him a plus 7 defense and resistance during combat if his HP is equal or lower than 80% at the start of combat. Which is better, you ask? Obviously, Ostian counter. B.Hector scores again. Last, their passive in B. B.Hector has a bow fighter. If he initiates combat, he gets to make a guaranteed follow-up attack, and it also grants him a special cooldown charge +1 per attack. What about the Dark Emperor? He has bow fighter too. It's another draw. And that concludes round 1. With a score of 5 against 3, the winner of the first round goes to B.Hector! Why am I not surprised? Now, let's move on to round 2, head-on fight. For this segment, I'm going to use the FEH damage calculator by Andu. First, we are just going to let them brawl with their default skills and IV with no buff. Instead of looking at result for only one round, we will look at one full turn instead. And here's the result for one full turn. B.Hector managed to KO HARDin during initiation and defending, despite both having bow fighter. The Emperor just doesn't have enough firepower to penetrate B.Hector's thick thigh. Hence, the default fight goes to B.Hector. Next, how about we give them some skill inheritance? As our usual practice, we will optimize their build for the highest winning rate. For B.Hector, Malta, Ignis, Austrian counter, bow fighter, even defense wave, and an attack defense seal. For HARDin, Gradivus, bonfire, fury, bow fighter, even defense wave, and a close defense seal. And the result? Again, B.Hector beat HARDin during both phases. HARDin was so close to take the Marquis down when he initiates. Therefore, B.Hector wins the skill inheritance fight too. And with that, I hereby declare the winner of the second round is the Brave Warrior. Guess those ties. Guess those ties. Before we proceed to the final segment, let's look back at the results so far. B.Hector has 2 wins, leaving HARDin with none. The final result of this episode is already confirmed, but it will be interesting to see how good are they against the rest. Who would have the higher winning rate? Let's find out in round 3, mass battle. For this segment, we will be using the same damage calculator as round 2 to calculate how effective are they against all the other heroes. And the result will be in the form of percentage. Here's the formula. Instead of looking at the result for one full turn, we will now also consider the result of one round. And each category will be given a point for the winner, which makes it a total of 8 points. First, we will calculate the result with their default build. Here's the result for one round of initiation. Seriously, another week of madness? 93.5% winning rate with his base kit. I don't know what to say anymore. Next, let's have a look at the result for one full turn with attacking phase first. And B.Hector still has a higher winning rate of 95.2 to 85.4. Another point to the Brave Warrior. Now, defending. Here's the result for one round of defense. Again, B.Hector is leading by a mile with 85.4 to 51.9. Moving on to one turn of defense. 4 in a row, B.Hector clean swept the default fight. The halfway score is currently 4-0. Next, let's look at the result after skill inheritance. Does the Emperor of Arcanian stands a chance against B.Hector? Whoa, 97.1 to 93.8? Both has very high winning rate, but B.Hector is slightly better. What about one full turn by initiating first? 99.3%! So close to the elusive 100 mark. What if enemy attack first? How different would the result be? And for one round of defense, B.Hector is unstoppable, having 87.3% winning rate compared to HARDin's 66.6. Lastly, let's look at the result for one turn of defense. So close, but nothing could stop the Brave Warrior from rampaging. And with a score of 8-0, the last round goes to the Marquis of Austria. And ladies and gentlemen, by winning all 3 rounds, the winner of this episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours goes to B.Hector. My oh my. I seriously did not expect such a one-sided affair. Please don't bash me too hard for the outcome. I kinda thought they were on par, but the result proved otherwise. So, is HARDin a bad unit? Nope, not at all. He just picked the wrong man to go against. If you look back at HARDin's winning rate, he actually did quite well, but he just got overshadowed by the Brave Warrior. As a consolation, HARDin's BST is 1 point higher than B.Hector, which means he will have a better arena score by default. However, B.Hector has a super boon on defense, which makes his BST the same as the Dark Emperor. In terms of summoning, both of them are in the same pool, so the odds of getting them are the same unless they got featured in a focus banner. Hence, if you were given a choice, who would you rather summon? Think wisely. So, what's your thought on the result? Who is the better Husbando? Let's discuss. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and press on the notification icon to Aki Gaming for more interesting content like this. You could also leave a comment below to suggest who would you like to feature in a future episode. Thank you for watching and hope to see you on the next episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours.
Thank you.